Hi there, I'm Shauna from Infinity Readings, and this will be the Taurus male coupled relationship reading for the winter of 2018 into 2019. Hey guys, I wanted to take a minute here just to kind of acknowledge what I've done for this winter season. I managed to change up a few things. I vamped the logo a little bit. I actually got Aaron at Active Dynamics here. He has managed to make my intro for me, so I'm very thankful for that. He did a great job. I couldn't have done it. So thanks, Aaron, for that. I appreciate it immensely. And also to Ikson for my theme music. It's beautiful, upbeat, happy tunes. I can't get enough. I am now going to his page because it's just that great. It's all good gravy stuff. So I couldn't have revamped my winter season without these dudes around me. So I'm lucky enough to have them in my corner. So thanks, guys. Ikson, great work. Aaron, thanks again. Great work. So take care, guys. Enjoy your season. And Ikson, if you ever want a reading, just hit me up, man. Just email me. I will kick in and we'll set something up. In the meantime, take care. Have fun, you guys, and enjoy the readings. I am going to utilize the masculine deck here that I have to overview with 3 cards the general energies that this Taurus male in a coupled relationship is going through, and then we're going to dip into 5 different decks here, 2 of which are traditional tarot decks, and then we have the Lenormand that kind of separates the love and the romance side of it. So we're going to get right into the meat of things, hopefully uncover some blocks for you or illuminate things that may be along your path that are blocking you in some way. Okay, so for the first card for the Taurus male in a coupled relationship is inquiry. So there is something that he is wanting answers to, okay, overriding the whole reading. The next card we get is Destroyer. So I feel like he's actually going out to pinpoint something, not only get answers, but to either get rid of some behavior in the partnership. It's like, I'm going to, kind of beat around the bush here and try and find out. But my goal here is to get rid of this certain behavior that's coming out. Okay, that's the sense I get. And then on the right here, we have leadership. So I feel very much that is his role in the relationship. He has taken the lead here and is being very forceful in that. Okay, so as we move on to the tarot cards here, I'll start with the first in the row, and usually the first line describes his energy and where he's at. First card we get is the Fool. So the Fool is really about new beginnings, journeying outward and heading forward, and not really looking before we're leaping. So if we're in destroyer mode, we gotta be careful when dealing with a partner in that way, because we may be hopping into something here we're not realizing the force we can have. So the next card is 17, the Star. So the Star is about hopes and dreams and trying to reach for things that are out of reach. And I feel like that's this new I feel like it's an inspired action that may have come universally here to get him rolling to find out what's going on. Now, the 8 of Swords, this is the illusion this man is under. He is feeling locked down in some way or blind to something. Well, or blind. He is blind to something, but he is trying now to figure out what that is. There's an urging from the soul going forward here. We know there's something going on, so we got to figure out what it is. So when we're dealing with a Taurus male, we have to worry. The next card is Temperance. we have to watch for our tempers not flaring. And I feel like if this man is going off in a new direction, kind of without a lead seeing eye dog here, we have our eyes closed. We do not know what can come here. So when we are shocked or surprised, there can be a lot of energy that comes forth from that in the way of anger. So temperance is prominent here in the end of a line. So we got to watch ourselves for our temper, and they're going towards the partner. We're looking for answers, and we may get frustrated along the way, but we got to keep our temper in check. Okay, so on top of the Fool for the second row here in the Dreamer's Tarot is the Eight of Cups. So that's interesting because this is the coupled relationships. Man, it's getting confusing with all of the way these readings are going. It's like the couples are single and singles are coupled, and so we have an Eight of Cups, which is turning the back. Now, this may not be leaving the relationship per se, but I feel like this is a threatening of leaving a situation because we are unhappy here and we are searching for a direction that will make us more happy. And the star is shining here, and I feel like obviously there's been a universal nudge to do this, okay? So underneath that star is the Ace of Swords, and that's the truth that we're not seeing. And that's the reason we're fleeing. We're not getting it. And we need to trust that whether we get the truth or we don't, something's wrong here and it's not working. Okay. So the Eight of Swords, that's that, prison that we are in. Though technically it is not a prison. We can take our blindfold off. We have our hands free and look and get out of there. But this is the prison this man has put himself in. He's decided that. But he's also in the midst of transition here too as well. Seems like the single and the male are somewhat on similar wavelengths. So the self-imposed prison, the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is about slow movement, and the self-imposed prison is I'm limited and I don't see my way out, even though there is a way out, kind of refusing to take it. And the Knight of Pentacles, if I do decide to take it, it's going to be very slow going. Okay, so 14, the Temperance, and that's watch your temper, buddy, because that can get you into trouble. We have the Nine of Wands under that. And that's that I don't know if I can take it anymore. And they're going, yeah, we've heard this. Idle threats is what they're getting. So there's a sense here that we've been threatening a lot to either leave the relationship or whatever, and there has been no consequence of that. So these threats are going unheard to the partner. So if we're trying to motivate the partner with our threats of leaving, we realize now that it's not going to happen. One, we're having a really hard time and getting the power up to leave, and two, it's a procrastination issue and it's just not happening. So the Eight of Cups is the will to want to go, but the Ace of Swords is waiting for the truth until we do that. And the Knight of Pentacles is it's going to be slow going here, and then the Nine of Wands again stating, I don't feel like I can do this anymore. So as we hit the Lenormand, which cracks everything in between the romance and the love here, I don't know what direction that's going to go. The Eight of Cups on top of that is 25, which is the ring. So the ring signifies engagements, mergers, and meetings that may happen. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. And then on the Ace of Swords, we have the 12, which is the birds. The songbirds. Now they're the ones that are kind of gossiping, and not only that, if there's communication between you and your partner, there's a lot of miscommunication, meaning a lot of misunderstandings within what's being said here. So not a lot of truth is being seen or communicated in the proper manner. Knight of Pentacles, under that we have the waiting woman, which is interesting. She's looking at the communication here and also the merger. So what is going on? As we move forward to the Nine of Wands, the feeling of giving up, we have the waiting man, 28. So the waiting man is looking on the waiting woman, which is not looking at the waiting man. She is looking at communication and mergers. Okay, so maybe this woman is waiting on this man to marry her. That could be one scenario. She's waiting for him to put a ring on it, and he's got love and he's trying to offer to her, but she's not looking in that direction. They both hold the rose, by the way, but they're not communicating together. They're both looking at this ring and the communication about the ring. And I feel like the communication from the male here, the male Taurus, is just not right. He's threatening to leave, but he doesn't want to leave. So in a sense, he's lying. And there's just a bunch of that going on. And I feel like the woman here, I'm not getting an essence. So we're going to move into the romance area. See where that takes us. So on the ring, we get the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords has been through hell and back. Now, this guy may have been through a few marriages, 1, 2, or many. I don't know. And maybe that's something that's off his, that's not on the table here for discussion. Maybe he is not the type to get married, okay? Because we get a walking away from the ring. Really, when we go upward here, we're walking away from marriage. We want to be with this person, but we don't want to get married. And that might be a deal breaker for the other partner. So that's the essence I'm getting here from this King of Swords. It's like, I've been through hell and back. I'm not going to do it again. Okay? So that might be marriage. It might be just the relationship. We'll carry on. 12, the gossiping birds. On top of that, we have the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands is interesting, because this man is going up to this woman and making an effort forth to impress her. This does not fit with the energy that is here in the coupled relationship, okay? So either there was someone coming forth to the Taurus male in a coupled relationship showing interest outside of the relationship, okay? Or this man is going out and showing interest to someone else outside of the relationship, okay? Now we have gossiping birds, so this could be the subject of conversation and not necessarily what is going on. I'll continue. 29, the waiting woman. What is she waiting on? She's waiting on the Four Cups. And the Four Cups in the romance deck here is all about affection coming to you. This man is bending over forwards for this woman. He is tending to her and being affectionate and pleasant and kind and nice. And this is what she is waiting for. That type of behavior. And I don't know that she's getting it from the male that she's with here, meaning the Taurus male. I don't know if that's coming forth. Now, 28, the waiting man. What is he waiting on? Marriage. Okay, so what happened here is I got a flip-de-doo. It's not the man that's running away from the marriage. It's the woman that's running away from the marriage, okay? Okay, so as we continue into the sex side, on the King of Swords, we get the Knave of Wands. So there is some passion here, heavy duty on the male's end, going towards the female in a sexual kind of way. This is where it does work for this relationship, okay? Now, after the Five of Wands, and that's that attention going outward from who, I'm not sure. On top of the Five of Wands, in the sex area, we get Justice, which is 8, Justice, okay? So, whatever area this hits, whoever is doing this, whoever is paying attention outside of the relationship, beware that that is justified in some way, shape, or form. Meaning, we have to think about the rights of others as well as our own when we're going outward in love and passion, okay? Or even in caring and liking. Because I get a sense here there's a direction that this love is going, but there's also another direction that is being honed in on. And I feel like actually as I move on here, you know what? I'm going to continue. On the Four of Cups, which is what this woman is waiting for, someone to be attentive to her, polite, honest, and gentlemanly. she gets the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is about good sex and good things in the bedroom. We feel comfortable, we're being pleased, and everything's great. And the comfort is the high thing here, and happiness as well. Happiness with comfort, right? So there's a sense of being comfortable in the bedroom. Now, the waiting man, we have the Four of Wands, which is what he's thinking about, marrying this woman. On top of that, we get the Knave of Pentacles. Now, the Knave of Pentacles is about overdoing things or getting busy with it when we're having a lot of drinking going on. And that could cause problems, okay? Now, I got to just sit with this because there's a lot of stuff going on here. And some of it can be very subtle and in the mind and not necessarily in reality. So I have to discern that. Okay. Okay, I think I figured out what's going on here. Basically, what they're breaking it down with here is we have a good grounded relationship, okay? And what's going on is this man is being very slow on the uptake. He wants to marry this woman, but either he's got cold feet or she's got cold feet. There is a reluctance on one end or the other, and that has not been squared away as to why or dealt with, okay? And I feel like for some reason it's the woman that's kind of holding back on the marriage thing, okay? Somehow, some way. Now, here's the deal. This man is getting tired of working to solidify this. And what's going on here is there might be a misunderstanding or some gossip surrounding one of the partners where the other partner is getting word that they are being either seen with someone that the one partner does. Okay, I'll pick a side here. I'll pick the male, okay, and the female. Now, the male has come across some gossip about the female being out in public with someone else, and there's a sense here of it getting back and he's getting pissed off, and he brought it to the forefront. It's creating havoc in the relationship, okay? Because there's now tension with someone I want to marry, but this is making it hard to solidify things because we have something here that's not cleared up. Mishap. And I do feel like there's a situation of someone paying attention to someone else outside the relationship, but I don't see that there's anything further than that. And it may have been flirting, but I don't think there was anything more to it. I think it was just an evening and joking around, laughing, and somebody saw that and then blew it out of proportion and got back to the partner, and voila, there's your scenario. Okay, so that's what's got this King of Swords bent out of shape. Now, the Knave of Wands is right there and I feel like the way he handled it was just to love her up and you know, show I'm the man, and he jumps in there and he loves her up, and then everything's good and gravy, but it's still bothering him on the inside, but nobody's talking about it and bringing it forth. Now, it obviously has come to a little bit of a head here, meaning it has come to the forefront, but maybe not to the partner to describe it. And there's a reason here that he's done that, is because this woman, I love her and I want to marry her. And we have good, great love life and everything like that. The Justice is really just sitting over top of this and going, if we do have a problem from this woman or this man going out and accepting or flirting, this is justified. And I said, what do you mean by that? And they're like, the future will tell what will happen here. If this person is weak-willed or if they're just playing around. They're not giving me all the cards here, but they're saying this man needs to make up his mind because there's signs all over. Doesn't sound good to me. But again, I don't feel there's cheating as of yet or over this season. Okay, now that is horizontally. I went through all the cards. Now I'm going to go vertically, see if we can pick this apart and dissect it. The Fool, the new direction. Someone wants to go in a new direction here. Is it the woman or the man? I feel like the man is kind of focused, but then at the beginning, I felt like it was him jumping off in a new direction. So what's going on here? Do we have, I feel like if we're having a lot of squabbling, it's very covert or passive aggressive. Let's put it that way. Very passive aggressive, and then they make up and they get in the bedroom and things are good for a while, that kind of thing. So the Fool here going off in a new direction, that is supposed to be his energy. But what is the direction he wants to go? Does he want to go and marry this person and that's the new direction, even though it's the same direction he's been in? It's going to be a new change? Or what's going on? So the next card is turning the back and walking away. A feeling of putting a lot of work and effort into something, but we feel we want to go somewhere where there's warmer waters. Okay, and on this side I get a feeling that it's the man. Now we may end up at the end of this reading and find that they're both looking at objects outside of the relationship, but they're both staying stuck in it. Okay, this is the sense of the road I'm on here. But nonetheless, the Fool going off in a new direction, that's his energy. The Eight of Cups, turning his back on something that he's put a lot of work into. That's him in the relationship. 25, the Ring, is about mergers and meetings. So are we turning our back and meeting with someone else? Possibility. The next card is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is that guy that's been through hell. Is it because he has been through hell that he is seeing this up front and now he's trying to set something up before he gets crashed and burned? These are scenarios that are coming. Okay. Now, the King of Swords, we end up with the Knave of Wands. So somewhere this man is getting good loving. Okay, he's giving it and he's getting it, and there's a lot of passion in one particular area. Now, the next line is the Star. So 17, the Star. It's like, where are we going? How am I going to help this heal me? I need to, like salvation, right? Healing, salvation, that's what I feel like. Then we have on top of that, we have the Ace of Swords. So there is a sense here of someone trying to get to the truth. But I feel like it's not happening. I feel like the more that we dig, the more confused we're going to get. And that is because there are lies around us, right? And gossip and rumors and things that are going that are just throwing us off track. Every time we get on top of something where we figure we're on the right track, something comes in sideways and throws us off of that. No, can't. So that's the 12, the songbirds. That's those things that are throwing us off the truth trail. We just can't seem to stay on it. On top of that, in the romance, we get the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is about chatting someone up, flirting. And he's got roses behind his back, so he's trying to come forward to make an impression here, highly. And on top of the 5, we have the Justice. So if this person is, whoever it is, and I'm still lost, like I said, it could be both of them, going out and do this on each other and not knowing. But I feel like the male is, how you say, his instinct is kicked in. He knows, but he's trying to get to the bottom of the truth and he can't. And that is why, because there's spinning circles around this, trying to cover it up. He'll never get the truth out of the person he's asking, is what they're saying. So he needs to take another route, which is instinct is telling you. We need to listen to that. So the Justice is here just saying, whoever it is that's doing wrong, they will have wrong done upon them, and that will be justified even if it is not done by the partner. So this is how it's going to go. The Eight of Swords. That's that self-imposed prison. Like I said, this could be a trip if it's both of them that are kind of stepping out on each other, but they're both feeling locked to each other and they want to go in a different direction, but they're both holding each other tethered to the relationship. That'd be a trip right there. So Eight of Swords. On top of that, we get the Knight of Pentacles. So that's the man that's in the self-imposed prison, and he is going and moving away from all of this chaotic stuff. He's turned his back. He really is pointing in the direction away from away from this card here, the Five of Wands. So I get a feeling that either he doesn't know. Well, he doesn't know, right? Because he's trying to seek the truth, but he has an instinct highly, but disregarding that. So the truth that he, like they said, you're not going to get the answer where you're looking. You're not going to get it by word of mouth in the way that you're looking for it to solidify. No, yeah, I'm out of here. She cheated and that's it. You're not going to get it from the source, and you're not going to get it from those around, because they're going to be like, so it may be a small town thing, or maybe just something where they know they can't say, right? So the Knight of Pentacles, yeah, I get a feeling here that he's naive, but yet not completely stupid. Knight of Pentacles, on top of that is the 29, the waiting woman, and it's funny because they're making me see the Knight of Pentacles looking over here, the woman's looking over there, so they're both admiring things outside, or you know, looking in the direction outside. The man is looking outside to go. The woman is looking outside, I feel, in admiration, okay? The next card on top of her is the Four of Cups, and that's what she's looking for. She's not getting the attention in this relationship, and that's why she's going out cheating, and I don't say that's not my pass card for this guy or woman to do this. It is just what I'm getting. That is the scenario. I'm not getting the attention and caring and compassion, and I want that. And this is not doing it for me, so they're going to go and look for it outward. Now, I don't feel like they're cheating per se, but they're really flirting and crossing. They're about, you know, there's an opportunity here they can cross the line, but I don't feel it has been breached yet or over this time. Now, on top of the Four is the Three of Pentacles. So that does symbolize sex, good grounded sex, but that's what she's wanting, right? Because she's thinking, the thinking woman is looking. And I don't feel there's enough supportive cards to really validate that she is physically involved. Though she may want to be, and though she yearns to be, it has not happened yet. The only thing that has happened is there may have been some flirting and attentiveness coming forward to her, and she is embellishing that in her mind, in the dreams, and, you know, daydreaming about that. So the last line here, we have the Temperance card, and over top of that is the Nine of Wands, and that's like, you know, we got to watch our temper here. And the Nine of Wands is, well, there's a reason here that we've built up all this work. We've learned our lesson, I feel. I don't know if I should say that so soon. And they're going, yes, we can say that. The lesson's been learned, though we are not taking action upon this. It's a sense of laziness as well. This is Taurus. We're still in the same element, still in the same gender. We're just from a single to couple. So we got some laziness here of not wanting to do any upkeep for this one. Nine of Wands is that feeling of wanting to give up. 28 is looking to the woman, the waiting woman, which is distracted by something else off in the distance. He is waiting on her to make the decision. Okay. And this may just well come down to that kind of a scenario. So on top of that, we have the Four of Wands, symbolizing this man does want to marry her, but there's some apprehension here on either end. And again, it could be both, is why I'm confused. We could be having some apprehension on her end, not feeling like she's getting all her needs met, and some apprehension on his end, feeling he may not be able to trust her, and we may not be invalid in any of it. Okay. And on top of the Four of Wands, we get the Knave of Pentacles and the sex side. So there is someone here that may have a drinking issue, or we may be indulging in sexual acts while we are under the influence of whatever it is that we're under. So that may be an issue. May have some sexual hang-ups here. That could also be something that's happening. But that may also be the reason why there's passionate lovemaking, is because we have an overindulgence in the drink before it happens, okay? And this is a warning signal here for most people, I think. So we got to be aware. If that's the only time we're getting it, there's problems here we got to look into and be open and honest about. But nonetheless, there's some good sex going on, or some dreams of that. but on a certain level, things aren't satisfied. So, yeah, that is the energy for the Taurus male in a couple's relationship over the winter of 1819. Now, I'll go over the general energies again and tie it up. So, this man is inquiring forward, right? The first card was inquiry. He is asking his partner. His partner is not going to admit to this. He is asking people around the partner that know this as well, and they are not going to come forth. So it's really, we're looking for love in all the wrong places here. There is not going to be a blunt truth for this man. He's going to have to use his instinct and feel justified in that, which we do not see coming. We're just a stalemate here, so there's going to be an unhappiness all around. And don't forget the scenario I said that both these people it may not resonate with everyone, but there may be a packet of people where this resonates for. And if you got two people yearning to be in another relationship, all we have to do is admit the truth and move on. And even though, like, I feel like there's some, they're all in this prison, take the blindfolds on, let's deal with this, because we're both sitting here not wanting to be in a relationship. Again, not going to resonate with everybody, but there is definitely one person here that is dreaming about better things. Okay, they've put a lot of work and effort into this relationship, and this could go back and forth. It could be the male or the female, and they are not happy with the results so far, but there's a lot of waiting here by both ends. They're waiting for things to change, but we're not being proactive in it. But one of the partners might be proactive in leaving, but that has not happened yet. So, inquiry. The male is inquiring to the partner, is not going to get the answer. Destroyer, he's waiting to destroy whatever it is that is the object of his girlfriend, or in the coupled relationship here, his partner's object. He's ready to destroy that and disintegrate it. Not meaning, but I'm saying we're going to get rid of that because that's not going to happen. And, I won't allow that. This man is wanting to put his foot down, but he cannot pinpoint the truth here. I think the truth is this woman was out and got some attention and she enjoyed it, and that was that. And she realized the relationship doesn't give her that. That is that. And sometimes that's enough to start the process of unraveling a relationship. And if this Taurus man is not going to step up, he needs to step away. And that's really the whole scenario here. He just has to make a decision and stand firm in it. And I think if he's going to go forward in this marriage, he's got a lot of work to do. And I think that's the reason that he's just holding back, because he realizes if he comes forth, he has to do the work. He doesn't want to do the work. It's not worth it. So he has to make that decision. But I don't see that happening over the winter. So kind of a passive aggressive energy. There's an aggressive energy waiting to come forth and confront, but you'll never find the truth from the angles that you're looking. Is really what's going on here, Taurus. So inquiry, destroyer, he's ready to destroy any object that gets in his way, yet we're not going to find, there may be rumors of this, but we're not going to find any proof or concrete evidence. It's just not going to happen. And it may have been a one-time thing. It may have been we're just in a happy mood, the planets aligned and everybody was giggling and laughing, and suddenly that becomes a problem. I can see in a small town scenario, it's like, yeah, they were laughing, having a really great time. I didn't even see them that happy with you. And that's all that it could do to set this man off. And then now, he's searching to destroy the object. And meanwhile, it was just a girl out having a good evening. But we got to watch, because if we don't do the maintenance on our relationship, this is going to look like a better direction than the one that we're in. So that's the bottom line. So on the other side of this, there's that leadership, and that's the question mark. They just put a big question mark over it. Is he going to take the lead here and make a decision? Take the bull by the reins and move forward? We doubt it. I hate to say that, but we doubt it. They said it is not looking good for that. But nonetheless, this is the reading from the Taurus male in a coupled relationship. He's really having to put some work in and reluctant to do so, or very slow off at the start. very much his energy. So that's where he sits for the winter of 2018 into 2019. So for the Christmas season, for those out there, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, stay safe over the season, take care, have fun, and be